Yes. I'm just concerned because Jefferson County doesn't seem to want to know why it is, yes, that I'm being prosecuted for the allegation of a two-count criminal complaint when I have documented that Clallam County wouldn't admit the evidence that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. Now they would say, well, even if he is innocent, he's guilty in this case. Oops. But a false police report or fraud on the part of those that don't have the signature of the protected person? Yes. Under duress, the ex officio county court clerk signed this and used her state stamp? Yes. Her state seal? Yeah. And then you seem to think you're going to cover this up, and I'm going to Western State Hospital. Now, for every oath of office that I've emailed where you thought you would obstruct my emails, I'm thinking it's a felony each and every time that you had knowledge of that happening. Now, I have made mention numerous times that this covering up of crime, where this signature, yes, is not the same as this signature, and the fraudulent use of the state court seal, and the requirement for the petitioner to not only sign the court order but institute the court hearing. Yeah. Now we're having a problem with the maturity of those in law enforcement. And more than likely, if you think it's just some high school prank where with the link is linked so that his recipients won't be able to see what it is he's trying to communicate, somewhat immature on the part of the sheriff's department. It's the same immaturity that doesn't understand that when this is a forgery, yes, of this signature, yes, and this is a fraudulent use of a state court seal, yes, it's somewhat immature to think that you won't be prosecuted. Now, the only thing that I can suppose is that Judge Landis, yes, is an immature judge that doesn't understand that you can't issue bench warrants for $500,000 without it being considered excessive bail. Pooch. Now, in her mind, well, you got out the same day. But what if I had posted bail the moment I had got in there? Would it have been excessive? Ooch. And what if I wasn't one of those happy-go-lucky individuals that was so nice to Judge Landis when she arraigned me that I asked her to read the actual protection order where the petitioner didn't sign it? Now, does she know about the fraudulent use of the state court seal? Ooch. Does she know about the fraudulent signature of forgeries? Oh. Now, at some point, somebody's going to enforce the laws of the United States. And I know you think that you're in control, but it's immature on the part of those in office to think that nobody has any knowledge of what I'm talking about. Now, having me have to appear before a judge that issued $500,000, and in her dog brain, she thought, well, I want the fucker here. Pooh. Now, when you do a comparison of the two, isn't that right, Judge Porter? Oh, given under my hand the 6th day of September of 2016. Yes. This is a failure to appear for $1,000. Yes. This is a failure to appear for $500,000. Ouch. Now, I'm actually going to sue those in Jefferson County, okay? I'm going to sue the Washington State Legislature for having any knowledge of the obstruction of their right. Now, we're thinking multi-billion. Well, it'd be difficult to get it up to there, wouldn't it? I asked whose officer number 0057 was. Because nobody investigated me about the two-count criminal complaint, and the prosecuting attorney actually said, well, I do have authority to file the criminal complaint 3 months after the allegation. Now, when I tell you that my sons are abducted because of the framing of myself for crimes I didn't commit, because of the issuing of court orders where I wasn't given any due process, it's actual kidnapping of minors that happens to be violating the pupil's rights, so that I am having my rights violated as a father because of those in law enforcement not realizing who I've been emailing. Now they would say, well, he never gets a response and he never gets a phone call. But I would say that every automatic response I've received, Jason Aveda, ooch, were you on vacation? Mhm. It actually did hit your email account. Now, for you to say that we don't have an obligation to read what the citizens send to those that are in law enforcement, I would say that you do have an obligation to investigate the allegations of any documented crime. And when you don't, it's, well, a violation of your duty. You have a duty and obligation to investigate all documented crimes. You would say I have to call the police department and file a report. I would say that as long as I have documented what the law says, you have the evidence. Now, to all police officers of the state of Washington, all police officers, I want you to know that this concept of having the evidence and then knowing what the law says and then deciding, well, I'm just not going to do what the law says, you'll get sued and imprisoned for not doing your duty. Okay? Now, who's the stupid fucking dick that thinks that I don't know what's going on?